Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T69, it's a Tier 8 American medium tank, and it's located on the north spawn of Fjords under the command of Delphine Filipperino. 2 marks of excellence on the barrel, and it's a 90mm gun. It's an autoloader, 4 shots in the magazine, capable of 230 alpha if it can penetrate the enemy. 240 alpha, sorry. Penetration of 181. Well, it's got a rather long reload. Normally it's about 26 seconds, but he's got it down to 24.24, and he's almost loaded. Now this tank also can carry a 76mm gun, but that actually has 5 shots in the magazine, but it doesn't do as much damage. Okay. Now this tank never went into service because it was rejected. There were problems, I believe, with the autoloader mechanism, which is one of the reasons why I think they rejected it. But it does have good gun depression. Oh, took a round from a Pantera, but he's firing back as fast as the Pantera can fire at him. He's firing for it, and he's ducking down to reload where the Pantera can't shoot him. Below the gun depression, over the ridgeline. You need to remember that you've got to run and hide the moment you've fired your rounds in this one, because you've got rather a long reload. In fact, the reload is slightly longer than that for the T57 heavy tank, and that's got a much bigger gun with much bigger rounds. Oh, and the KV2's fluffed his derp there, and now we can pop up and fill him full of holes. Going for the weak spot directly underneath the turret. Sit directly underneath the gun mallet, and he's taken him out of the game just like that. Beautifully done. He really victimized that KV2. 3 shots into him. Somebody else got a shot into him as well, but he took him out very, very comfortably indeed. And it just goes to show this 9 degrees of gun depression is actually quite effective. Now, he's almost completed the reload. He's ready. Going to town on the OI now. Oh, teammate got in the way. We got tracked. That was the OI. T25-2 barging his way through. We're giving him a bit of an assist. And, yep, the OI's out of it. Now, he's going to go into the dip here, I think. He's only got... oh, he's into reload. He popped the reload. Oh, took around there from a Pantera. We can't see, so he's going into hiding. So I think he's going to work his way through the alleys, come out behind those enemies. The lurver... oh, T29. Okay, lurver. Here we go. We're almost completed. We're not loaded yet, but we're going to fill this lurver full of holes now. Thank you. And another. And he's tracked him. And one for the engine bay. And he's done with that. The lurver's now dead. T29's retreating. He knows he can't stand this sort of punishment. Not when there's a bunch of enemy tanks working together. The Pantera, well, he's badly damaged. I just wonder if that's the same Pantera who took the early shots at Delphine. I shouldn't actually call him Filipperino. He's almost loaded, and first one in. Second. Third. Fourth. Oh, he really took it there, but he doesn't get the kill, but he's picked up a huge amount of hit points. He's up to 3.6k of damage already, and he's in full reload. I know the mods are saying he's loaded, but no, he is in reload. I can tell that. Oh, took him around from a T34-2 GFT, and there's some other enemy tanks a short way away. Well, he's loaded now, and now he's going to finish off that T34, and he's gone, but he took another round 481. He's a one-shot. He needs to move across this gap as quickly as he can. Took another round there, but bounced around from a wheelie who's hidden in the bushes. He's in reload, and he's very low on hit points. Okay, somewhere up here is a wheelie. Can't see him. There he is. There he is. Here we go. Almost loaded. That wheelie's running. He's desperate to get away. He's off in the distance trying to get into the valleys or the pass as quickly as he can. He's got teammates in there to protect him. But that Chiri is about to be filled full of holes. Oh, can he get the last round in? Yes! And takes the kill. That's only his second kill, but he's already up to 5,091 hit points, which puts him in Unicum status level. He is a Unicum player. In fact, actually, he's a super Unicum player. Let's have a look and see. Is there anybody up there? He's almost completed his reload of a mag. He's ready. 4 shots. And this time round he's firing heat because he's too low on ordinary standard AP to fire any of that. So yep, this is where it gets expensive, but worthwhile. Anyone around the corner? No? Okay, they're up there. Okay. And it's a Super Jumbo who managed to bounce 2 of those rounds, and they were heat rounds. How the hell did that happen? Well, here comes the Super Jumbo, puts one into him. I think that must have been the normalization effect when the shells didn't normalize, and that's how they bounced off him. They just didn't go off at the right angle. You saw one of the shells explode, but you didn't see the effect from the heat round. Unfortunately, we've just lost our Cromwell. And there's 2 enemy tanks there, so he's opted for a full reload. And he's very low on hit points, which is tempting that Super Jumbo to come over the edge, but remember that Super Jumbo knows what he is and what he can do. Even with low hit points, he's still deadly, and that one's out the game. Now, let's see if we can do this other Super Jumbo. 1 round in, 2, and he's gone. 1 more round, and he puts that into another Super Jumbo, who's promptly killed, and that wins the game. Wow, and he ended the battle with only 10 hit points and offered to platoon at the last moment. I'm not sure if that went through. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for Belle Delphine Filipperino in the T69. He got a bruiser medal and a fire for effect out of the minor medals. Out of the major ones, the epic ones, he got a Confederate. He hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, and I don't think anyone can deny that. He certainly hit a lot of the enemy, and most of them were then subsequently taken out by other teammates after he'd done all the work. He got a steel wall. He blocked the most damage in that game, at least 11 shots, over 1,000 potential hit points of damage. And he also got the high caliber. He dealt the most damage in that game overall. Let's have a look at the team score. 5,963 hit points of damage at the end. Just shy of 6k of damage. Very, very nice indeed. The next high scorer, well, look at this. Next high score, 2,408, less than half of the score that he got. And after that, the Canonian Jagdpanzer on the enemy team, 2,143 to him. When it came to kills, he shared the top with the Patriot. He got 3 kills. Filipperino got 3 kills, and the AMX AC Milli 46 got 3 kills as well. Nobody on the enemy team got 3 kills. When it came to base XP, though, he was top of the table. 1,602 base experience points, 920 to the Patriot, 715 to the Panhard AMD 178B. Let's have a look at the detail report. He fired 32 rounds in that game, got 30 direct hits and 26 penetrations. Very unlucky on those heat rounds at the end where they didn't normalise correctly and go through the target. Damage of 5,963 hit points, and all of it was at close range. He received 11 hits from the enemy. 5 of them were penetrations, 6 non-penetrations. You saw he ended the game on only 10 hit points left. He blocked damage of 430 hit points in total, spotted 3 enemy vehicles, damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 3, so he damaged 2/3 of the enemy team and only killed 1/5 of the enemy team. And he also got damage assistance of 663 hit points. On a premium count, he earned 49,342 credits for that game, and after repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, he took away a deficit of 10,482 credits. And that may seem a bit unfair, but I suppose it's really, when it comes down to it in the end, down to those heat rounds that he had to fire because he just run out of enough AP rounds to do that instead, and so that's why he ended up with a deficit. He received 1,602 XP times 2 for the first victory, took away 4,806 experience points altogether. So he calls this the T69 Pognog battle. I really don't know what that means. But certainly it was a really efficient game, and he really used that T69. It's a difficult tank to play because of the long reload, but he used it effectively. He put in a lot of punishment into those tanks and then let his teammates finish them off at the end when he just didn't have enough hit points damage to actually end those tanks. You saw him as he did that with the OI, and you saw it happen as well with the Lurther, that he just pumped in those shells one after the other, bang, bang, bang. He even did it with the T69 as well. Pumped those rounds into them to do the maximum damage, and before he could get the kill, he'd run out of shells, but his teammates finished them off. He got 897 out of the T29. He took a further 1001 out of the Lurther. That's a huge amount of damage. The Pantera, he did 936 damage to him, and then he was killed off by somebody else. It's just fantastic work to see somebody actually stripping these enemy tanks of all their hit points and allowing somebody else to take an easy kill. Very nice work indeed. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. We get great replays like this all the time, and we'd really like you to come back. Thanks for watching this video.